So the audio for the stream is this way, and then I'm going to make this into an actual YouTube video as well. So we will see what happens with who shows up to this. Send now. Okay, all right. Guys, we are actually live streaming. This is insane. I have not streamed in a bit of time. Okay, cool. How does that? I have not streamed in. Because this is the mic that I'm using, and I have a camera here, and we're getting this ikawa ready. Is the audio from this okay? Maybe we should move the microphone somewhere here. So this is where this thing is the mic here.
Okay.
And then I will record this.
But if we're facing the back, can people see us?
Yeah, we can move things around. Okay, I can move you guys around too. So I'm also making this into a YouTube video. It's okay, it's okay.
It's from the tape dispenser thing.
I'm also going to make this into a YouTube video because we recorded some other stuff at the beginning talking about this coffee. So we're gonna maximize the content here, guys.
Yeah, guys.
So I'll put this mic somewhere here.
So we're live?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We are live to a few people. So how is the audio? Like if I put this microphone here, can you hear me? Okay, audio seems good. Okay, great. That's all that matters. So I'm going to record a video, but we can show you guys what some of these coffees are. And the plan today is we are going to sample roast this, and then we're going to cup it. And then I need to run to the airport. So we might kind of ignore chat for a little bit of time, but I think you guys will see what happens, and then you guys can watch the YouTube video at some point when we release the YouTube video. But this is a coffee that I know some of you guys who saw this on a live stream, you saw this months ago, but this is the Esmeralda Natural.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna sample roast this.
So I'm gonna do 50 grams.
And you're using the ikawa.
Yeah, I am.
And you just have a profile that you use for all of your sample roasts, but
this one is the Best of Panama sample profile.
Okay.
For
And
natural gesha.
okay, so there's already a profile made, which is great. But this is an incredible looking coffee. I mean, it smells so good. Like this coffee smells like it's more aromatic than a lot of coffees that are already roasted. It's incredible. And that's all that's left. So, you know, if the Discord does want to buy it out, that is an option. Okay, yeah. All right, so now getting this sample roasted. What is incredible about this coffee is just how it smells. I mean, it smells incredible. It smells more aromatic than roasted coffees to me. And
What a statement, Brian.
yeah, I mean, that is, you have very premium coffees. It smells amazing, and we're just getting it roasted now with the ikawa. You got the app going there.
I don't know what to look at, that camera or that camera.
Look at this camera.
Okay.
So you're getting it heated up. You have 50 grams of it. The coffee looks incredible. Here, I'm going to try to show it to the chat. Gotta be careful and not drop these. So yeah, this is these coffees, super beautiful, super amazing smelling coffee. Yeah. So this is what very expensive coffee looks like. And we're now going to get this roasted. Esmeralda. Yeah. Or maybe we'll just put the mic on you. Here.
I have one.
But this is the mic to that.
Oh, okay.
Or up to you. Or we can get here. Hold on, guys. Can one of you guys verify if this audio is better? So I have a mic here, but I can always let me turn this off, and then we can use the camera mic. So I'm turning this off. Is the audio from this a little better? Like you should be able to hear more environmental related stuff. Like, can you hear me here? If I trying to move this around. But yeah, we have the ikawa here. I don't know if this is the stronger audio choice. Sounds good? Okay, great. We have, we're figuring out the ikawa. Not everything works perfect on the first try. All right. The other mic is better.
This mic?
Oh, no, hold on. Here. Oh.
What?
Dropping the camera. You hear the roaster? It's good. Okay, all right.
This roaster or that roaster?
I think this roaster. Okay, we're figuring this out, guys. This is the pitfalls of live streaming, not from an actual phone. Here, watch this. This is how we do it.
Turn off my phone?
So yeah, we're hooking up the ikawa. And yeah, here are the coffees. So this is what's really incredible.
Turn it off?
Is like these coffees smell so good when you look at them. Super even, really beautiful looking color. And again, this is a natural. So I'm very excited to be able to taste this. The phone is cheaper than the beans. That is true.
Which phone? Oh. Yeah, this is an iOS 12.
iPhone 12. Literally. All right, here. Let me mount you guys here, and then this should work out. And see the coffees. Or you guys can just look at my sweater, which is also a solid choice.
Brian, can you entertain your...
Oh my god. Okay, we have ikawa problems. So that is how it is. You need to wait a little for this technical difficulties to be fixed. So yeah, it'll...
Can I send it to your phone? What do I send?
Okay, so this is getting resolved at some point.
Yes, I'm sending it to another device because my phone is not connecting to the
Bluetooth
toaster.
ikawa moment. Well, can entertain the chat while we wait for technical difficulties to be resolved. If you want to taste, I'm a salesman now. Would you like to buy some Panama gesha? So this was the last release that she did with of the Panama release. This is the Altieri clean coffee, and then before that, I know some of you guys got to taste Alita, and now this is a natural. Yes, you made it just in time because nothing's happening yet. Oh, people are arguing. Sal, what is your favorite burger establishment in New York?
7th Street.
7th Street? Okay. Somebody says Gotham Burger is really good. I had 7th Street last night. What is your favorite?
I can't say I'm a burger connoisseur.
Okay, but if you had to choose.
I have no idea.
Okay.
7th Street is good.
7th Street.
Especially if you're vegetarian. Yeah. What's wrong, Brian?
Can't have. Yeah, she doesn't eat burgers.
I eat burgers, I just don't eat meat burgers. I eat veggie burgers and Impossible Meats. Yeah, I love burgers, just veggie burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, Shake Shack also has the shroom burger. Yeah.
We'll just okay, good opinion. I have to leave in a bit because I need to go catch a flight, but we are going to try to get this roasted, and I'm also recording a video on it too. So we're doing double content, guys. So we'll entertain the chat while we'll put out the more polished YouTube video. But yeah, this is what happens. You know, sometimes on the ikawa stuff, you need to make sure things hook together. Does Bean and Bean ship to Europe?
Depends on which country.
Yeah, which country?
Where are you?
Where are you, Robbie? Yeah, but we have this little camera here, and then we have the greens behind us, and then at least the ikawa is getting heated up, and it's getting like ready to go. Is this the Pro? Or
This is actually an older model.
older? Okay.
I think B2 or something.
hmm Do you ship to Germany?
Have we shipped to Germany? I think we have.
We have.
Okay. Are we cupping the coffee immediately after it's roasted?
Yes,
Should-
because Brian has to leave. He has a flight to catch, so it's not ideal, but we'll still do it anyway.
It's for the content.
Yeah,
But-
for the content.
But also, I have found with ikawa roasts, like you can cup after, or like we should just grind it up and then let it, shake it up a little, let some air get in there, and then cupping should be fine. It should give us like
First impression.
a really good impression of what the coffee tastes like. But there's literally like all of the coffees behind me. That's it. There's only 10 kilos of the coffee, so it's not a lot. And I think it will be very interesting to taste. This is one of the higher scoring coffees that I have gotten to taste in recent memory. Obviously, there was a 91.5 Alita from here, and then I got to taste Best of Panama Finca Sofia Natural number 2. But what's really interesting about this coffee is that this was a coffee they were going to submit for Best of Panama. So the Esmeralda, like, you know, Rachel Peterson, she was gonna submit this coffee to BOP, but now instead of that, you guys get to taste the coffee they were going to submit to BOP. I'm getting my Bean and Bean Costa Rica from mail service today. Very cool. I have a little sample of that coffee here, and I'm really, really excited to taste this more. Oh, did the camera get... Here he is. Oh, or should I flip it? Wait, is everything flipped? Oh god, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, boys. We gotta fix this. Are the text... There we go. The text is now the correct direction. Okay. Yeah. So, this... light. Nice and light. Yeah. The coffee's... I mean, this is such a clean coffee for what it is. I mean, okay, when they say experimental for these Costa Rica with these COE coffees, it's like the least processed coffee you would think about when you hear the word experimental. I think this coffee was only fermented for like 3 days. Nothing ridiculous. And this to me was the best Costa Rica I had this year. And also that Honduras was the best Honduras I had this year. Which means I don't really drink those regions as often. With freshly roasted beans, is there an arch of improvement? Just coming in, waiting for it to hit. Are the I think so. There's this really, really long live stream that I did on resting coffee, but basically, I think you should open up Say and a lot of these roasters at around 2 to 3 weeks, and you catch it while the coffee opens up. And this is what happens on a lot of lowering roasts. So, for example, this roastery here, they use a lowering, and I find with a lot of these, you know, roasters of that are using lowering, coffees open up and then they kind of stabilize. There's like, they open up like exponentially, they open up and then they then stabilize, and then they're, depending on how light the coffee is and also what varietal, like you'll find maybe some geshas degas faster. They then start to peak even more. So for interest purposes of a lot of these coffees, I would say experimenting or understanding the coffee, I think it's really strong to open up at like 2, 2.5, try them 3, 4, 5, and then you kind of will see a drop off at like 5 to 7-ish weeks. So I think opening up Say at 4, opening up these coffees at 4 is maybe like you're in the sweet spot, and you should consume that coffee very quickly. But there have been people, you know, I've read this stuff online where people are resting some of these coffees for like, you know, 5 weeks, and then they open up, oh, the first cup tastes good, and then you're gonna it's instantly gonna fall off, because like once you open this up, it's going to kind of it's basically just gonna, you know, start falling off very quickly in terms of coffee quality. And then I am trying to bring up the amazing spreadsheet that exists somewhere here. The Burr rankings, and also the... Let me share this while we wait for the stuff to get fixed. This is something that I think is fun to share.
What are you sharing?
this is it's a spreadsheet of resting coffee. That is interesting. Also, this chat. Oh my god, Jesus fucking Christ! The internet is wild. Okay, what's the answering here? Okay, I'm getting to the chat here. Many people not first, meaning that once 4 weeks. Yeah, they'll like open up and then they'll stabilize. It depends on coffee. I'm a professional. I only like coffee. True. Ugh. Okay, guys, hold on. Let me show you guys something. This is content here. Dude, how do I do this now? Oh my god, browser capture. Coffee types, I would say. And the interesting thing, or I think most people are drinking like this stuff here. Like you guys are probably drinking this, maybe some of this, and then there's this stuff, and then we also have another variation of like if you have old coffee. Yeah, this is a very forbidden spreadsheet. But basically, for those of you guys who are interested, this is what matters most. So I have found most wash coffees work really well, and then they start to stabilize. But if you're using like dank coffees, I feel like well-roasted dank coffees, even from like these roasters, start to fall off around week 4, and then the wash stuff really starts to fall off around week 6 and week 7. And the reason why I'm opening it up here now in this like week 2 is because I think that's when things are starting to open up. So then when you get to this week 3 area, that's like when things are really, optimal. Are you get any luck?
No, I think it's a firmware issue.
Oof.
It's not recognizing my...
I'll be back later.
So we can cup the greens.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, but if you have even if you have coffees fully closed, say you had an old unopened bag. If you had a coffee bag that is 8+ weeks off roast, I actually think the very first brew you do of it will be decent, and then literally the second brew or second day you do it, that's when things will sharply drop off. And then obviously on these coffees, they're a little longer. So this is like the, you know, your ultra light roasted coffees, your Stronghold ultra light, your Manhattan filter roasts, your Kimoy ultra lights, is like, do not open up these coffees at all for like the first 4 weeks. Week 5, I think, is when you can start opening up. But the big challenge with these coffees at this roast level is that they're harder to get acidity out if they're too fresh. You'll get a lot of that like florality, that kind of tea-like effect, but they don't really start to open up until like this area. And then you have the kind of same extension of quality, I would say. Okay, these coffees are fine for, you know, 2 or 3-ish weeks longer. Yeah, generally speaking, you know, most of these coffees open them up sooner. If you have darker roast coffees, this is kind of my experience here. Oh, and we can do this. We can...
Okay, it's less than ideal, but I'm just gonna use roast profile.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We're actually going to get it in here, and let me now fix the stream. So, I'm done entertaining you all for that very quick section.
So should I?
Now we're getting content.
Do you want to see the inside?
There we go. So you're loading it up into the ikawa.
Going down now.
Oh, your mic's turned off. You can turn it back on. It's just
Actually, I think it's better if we film next time.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Tragedy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Then, do you want to cup other coffee
Yeah,
instead?
we can cup other coffees that we already have.
All right. I'm going to change. All right. Ikawa moment, guys. Actual ikawa moment. You know, this is actually like this experience I have. All right. I have to change the title of this stream, guys.
This has never happened before.
It's because we're making content and then all things go wrong. Okay, we will do something else. We will cup other coffees now. Oh, the tragedy. Make
Okay,
sure you
so-
take that coffee
yes,
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want to cup?
We can cup Kenyan Gesha,
Okay.
Altieri, GG. All right. Ikawa moment, guys. So now the Ikawa firmware, or there's like something going on with the Bluetooth or firmware, and it's not letting us use the right roast profile. So no roasting is going to happen because this is very expensive coffee. So what should I change the stream title to, guys?
So you want to cup the Altieri, the Kenyan Gesha, and
Do you have another Gesha that we can
yeah.
cup? Do you have Santa Felisa?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that one.
Okay.
All right, we're pivoting to the different
So
tips.
will you pause the live stream?
I don't think
You're gonna
I can
keep
just
talking.
keep going. Yeah, keep going. Okay, guys, it blew up. Oh, this is one of the greatest moments on. See, so here's the difference: is that we did not have a technical difficulty with the live stream itself. We had a technical difficulty with this. So I'm gonna change the title of this live stream now. We actually baited, dude. So no Esmeralda sampler. Okay. The show must go. Yeah, the show must go on. So I'm gonna change the live stream title to Gesha Cupping Stream. If you saw the title of this before, the Ikawa, I would just put in parentheses, the Ikawa didn't work, so we are now cupping other coffees. I am so sorry for anybody who tuned in for this, but in about 2-ish weeks, guys, come on. All right, in 2-ish weeks, I will come back, and we will film content on this, and we'll. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna. You.
It's too funny.
No, the show must go on. So we can make a different YouTube video now where we can be like, okay, we're going to cup a bunch of coffees. So this is actually quite interesting from a cupping perspective. We're going to cup 3 different geshas from 3 various regions. So I have the Kenyan gesha here, and that I made a video about. Howie, who's in the chat, got to try out this coffee. And then we're going to cup some other coffees as well. So I think this is going to be very exciting for you all. Where, yeah. Man, that is top 10 moments. Somebody, okay, the ikawa blew up. Oh, God. No, I cannot share the spreadsheet into the chat because people misinterpret things. So I need to, like, do some there's, like, a lot of work that needs to happen. Dude, guys, the sound roaster actually failed us on the stream, okay? All right? Oh, sweet. Did you just order, okay, Bonk just got Altieri. Top 10 stream moments. But the show must go on, okay? So, we're gonna cup. These are coffees we're gonna cup, guys. We're gonna cup Altieri, washed Panama gesha. We're gonna cup the Kenyan gesha. And then we're gonna cup a really interesting coffee from Santa Felisa. Oh, here. You guys can... Let me link some of these coffees into the chat for you all. And you can follow along, but yeah, that is oh, that's rough. That is a tragic moment. Because originally I wanted to post this video to get you guys very excited about this Esmeralda, and I also wanted to be one of the first to try that coffee. But that is the Kenya. I have never actually tasted this coffee before, so I am we're gonna taste this coffee. We're gonna taste... I think there are only a few pounds left of the Altieri as well, so if you guys want to get that coffee again, or if you want to try it out, that coffee is here in the chat now. And then I have Howie got to try this coffee, brewed by yours truly here. This guy. So these are the 3 coffees we're gonna cup. I put it all in the chat. So we have the Santa Felisa washed gesha, Altieri washed, and Kenyan washed. 3 washed coffees. Oh, did you just order that coffee, Bonk? You get to hear me talk about that coffee again. So I did brew it at an event with the Altieri family, and that's why we have this coffee here. It is a really, really good coffee. It is a above 90 point scoring washed Panama gesha, and Altieri is very, I think, interesting in the sense that I think it's Altieri coffees have always had like a louder acidity presentation, in my opinion. Okay, all right, what's up?
Do you want to do the Finca Sofia too? Or you want to?
Do we want to do? Okay, should we get Finca Sofia in here? I have the Finca Sofias here, but then it's like,
You want to do it blind? Or no? I can set it up.
let me think. Should we also put Finca Sofia on here? I have the natural and I have the wash blends. That is an option. Or do we just do 3 coffees? I don't know if do we have time for 5 coffees? I guess we do.
Well, do you have time?
Well, you need to leave at like 5:20, right? So we only have 40 minutes. Oh, we have time.
40 minutes? What time is it now?
It's 4:30.
Okay, it will have to be an express package.
Okay, just do 3 coffees. Okay, we don't have time for this. We'll do 3 coffees. Here, I'm going to make this into a YouTube video. Okay, no Finca Sofia. You already we'll have plenty of Finca Sofia content, okay? I'm gonna vlog this experience. Okay, today we are going to do a cupping of 3 really amazing coffees, 3 geshas, and I'm very excited to be doing this because they are 3 coffees from 3 different regions, and they're all the same varietal, and they're all super high quality coffees. We're going to do cupping of them, and it's going to be pretty exciting.
We're doing 4.
4? Okay. Let me in here. Actually, there are 4 coffees. She has thrown in another coffee. Okay, I take that back. We're doing 4 coffees.
We're doing 4.
4, okay. I don't know what that 4th coffee is, so I don't know what that 4th coffee is, but that'll be very exciting. So we're gonna get this cupping set up, and I'm gonna put the camera down, and it should be fun for those of you guys who are on the live stream. Photography. So, no, I do not have that is hopefully good. I'm gonna need to readjust this camera here. I need to say things again all the time. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see how good I am at this. Okay. Okay. There are actually two. What? Okay. I'm very confident in one of these. So this is a big. When it's blind, I think this is the hardest thing for me is evaluation of dry aroma. I think I'm much stronger at associating flavors from regions of brewed coffee, aka once we get water on it. But this is smelling amazing. One of these coffees, there are varying roast states between some of these coffees. This is incredible. Okay, this one smells very fresh. These three smell very rested. They all smell like geshas, like, you know, very floral. There's a delicacy in it. Yeah, or maybe one coffee on here is like not even a gesha. I'm getting trolled here, but yeah, we've been doing this blind, and we're gonna find out which one's which. I think they're on the bottom of the cup. I could just cheat and look at them.
Alright, so how was your first pass?
They all smell really, right here, I'll just, yeah, these coffees all smell incredible. I do think there are some of these are not as rested. Like this one to me smells like a little fresh. My favorite so far is this one, and then one of these two. Maybe this one. I have a guess as to which one is which so far. Oh jeez. Okay. It's now more complicated than they are. Isn't coffee supposed to be fun? Why are you making this so hard?
I'm making it fun!
Okay, but whoa, really nice.
I'm removing bias.
So the thing is these coffees, I think I'm not very strong when it comes to evaluating fragrance, or like the dry aromas. Like this is still something that I think it takes a little bit, you know, it takes a lot of practice to do correctly. There's lights here. I'm gonna like hit my head on them. So we're doing it blind.
Alright, okay, are we ready?
Yeah. Do you actually keep track of the order? What? God.
What?
Oh, some guy. People have kept track of the order in which you flip things around. Okay, whatever. Am I going? Okay. All right. So now let's get some water on them. Yeah. The thing, I am not the strongest when it comes to evaluating dry aromatics. So this is a fun exercise. You know, we're doing blind, right? I said fun exercise. It's fun.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get some water on them.
Hey Siri, start a timer for 4 minutes. Oh, fellow. Oh no. Is it protected?
Yeah.
With plastic?
Yeah. Yeah, it's protected.
Okay. Careful. We don't want to spill on the floor.
Just the kettle's spilling water on.
Oh, fellow. Do we approve or?
The kettle spilling. You can't cut that out of the live stream. We can cut it out of the YouTube video, but there's a bunch of water on the floor.
This is not my normal cupping kettle.
Oh. Is... Oh, here, let's try this audio. Is this slightly, ever so slightly better? This, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Is that better? Okay, is this better with that mic? See, we're running a live stream and we're doing YouTube video at the same time. This is like peak content. Okay. They all smell very floral, very sweet. They smell like what I picture gesha to smell like.
So 4 different geshas from 4 different origins.
Wow.
Or maybe they're not.
Or maybe
they're not all geshas.
Yeah, maybe one of them isn't a gesha. I don't know.
It's not completely apples to apples because they have different roastings.
But it
yeah.
should be within the same picture, same varietal, 4 different regions, or maybe one is not a gesha. We don't know yet. We'll find out.
I know.
Yeah, well, you know. I don't know. I'm just gonna get exposed as a fraud. I don't know anything anymore about coffee. We're gonna break in a minute. Try to see if there's anyone in the chat saying anything.
Can you move the computer this way?
Yeah.
I'm sad because I wanted to roast the
Esmeralda.
It's wrapping the tripod.
Oh, jeez. It's okay, we've instantly pivoted the content we were going to present to people. Okay, there's a mic here now.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I think it's
we're
time.
at 4 minutes. You can break these
You
now.
can do these two.
Okay, I'll do these two. Yep. Wow. It smells really good. I am kind of thrown in a loop. These all smell great.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah, skim spoon. They all have, well, okay, 3 of these have a really interesting floral component and sweetness at the end. I think one of these coffees either is significantly fresher or it is of a different varietal. Like it's not gesha at all. Oh my god, Min has donated $1. Thank you.
To you or to me?
To you? No, I mean it's to the...
To me.
Okay, you get your $1. Shout outs, Min. So, okay, here are my initial thoughts so far on these 4 coffees. I think these 3 are gesha. This one is the one that I'm a little. Let me see if I move the mic here. Sorry, this is magneted onto the table. Ooh. Here, or we'll put this mic here. No, I don't know how to put this mic. Maybe here is still better. Okay, here. For the stream. So, my initial thoughts is I think these 3 are geshas. This coffee here is either roasted much more recent or it's not gesha. That is a thought right now.
Interesting thought.
But it's because these all have this like very delicate floral and like sweet component to it. This here doesn't have that at the end. Like it does smell sweet, but there's like a lack of florality in my opinion. But I think I want to taste them before I make any conclusions.
So, when was the Kenya roasted?
The Kenya was roasted about a month ago. It's like 4-ish weeks ago.
So one was roasted a month ago. One was roasted 3 weeks ago. One was roasted 3 days ago.
Okay.
And one was roasted 2 weeks ago.
Okay. I'm thinking that coffee is roasted 3 days ago. That is like my guess right now. Could be wrong.
Okay, I think we can start.
All right.
Tasting.
Start tasting.
Do you want a cup or?
Oh, I'll consume this.
As long as you're not sick.
I will. Yeah, I guess I can consume them.
What do you mean?
Oh, I was like thinking about how much caffeine I've drank.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're flying, so.
I just sleep on the plane. Here, okay. I'll get a cup.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to consume?
I will consume some, but I will
Okay.
get a cup.
Here, use this.
Yeah. Or I'll spit out some of these.
Here, what? Do you want me to heat it up for you?
Sure.
You can roast it out.
Okay. That was really good. All of these coffees are really good. Oh, I should put it into the cup. Here, I'll use a different spoon. We'll be sanitary. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this coffee tastes super fresh.
So, thoughts on the first pass?
there are two coffees in here that have really interesting acidity. But everything, actually all of these coffees finish, you know, like they're all clean. All of these coffees are like clean. They're like clean, they're floral, they're sweet. I think I need to wait for them to cool down a little more before I evaluate. But they all kind of taste like, or at least three of these coffees, or maybe all of them, kind of taste like in the same picture. But what I'm really observing is that these are all, you know, really high quality coffees.
So are they like siblings, or are they like cousins, or?
I think they're like cousins. Maybe not this one, because it's like either really, really fresh or it wow.
Yum, yum, yum.
Wow. These are.
I'm drinking all of it.
Yeah, I'm also drinking these too. This one. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to figure out which coffees they could be. But
Do you think your viewers know which order?
I don't know. I mean, someone will have a lot of time on their hands, and they'll check everything and they'll know which one is which. But like,
Why are people assuming there's Maxwell House in here?
oh, I don't know. I don't think there's Maxwell House in here.
There is no Maxwell House. Or maybe all of them are Maxwell House.
Maxwell House Panama Gesha. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I can go with some of my favorites, but I think okay, this is like the interesting thing with these.
Okay, so I'll write the numbers.
Okay. And then we'll kind of discuss a little about what these coffees are. But I said that they're kind of like cousins of each other, where I think the biggest observation that I'm having is I would say the dynamics of each of these. Is that they all have kind of similar presentations in terms of, well, three of these. I think these three are all geshas. This one to me is either a little too fresh or maybe not a gesha, or maybe I can't tell because it's so fresh, but these three have this flower component, this floral component of them, I think is really interesting. They're all really clean. These are all wash coffees. And I think they're wash coffees. They taste like they're wash coffees. Or maybe I don't know anything anymore. At least two of these feel like they're washed. But there is a level of dynamics in terms of acidity that is very different between each of these. Or I kind of think about two core components of coffee tasting, or whenever I taste coffees nowadays, I think about like two components. Like, what is the initial thing you are experiencing in the sense of these coffees? Usually it's some form of acidity. And how long does that acidity stay before it becomes like floral or sweet or clean? And all of these coffees kind of finish in the same way, just the length of how long, the extension of acidity and how long it's staying on my palate is a bit different. And of course, the type of acidity is very different, or more so the fruit note. So I think that's why I'm like, they all, I don't want to say stylistically finish the same, but they exhibit a lot of the same characteristics. And at least that is what I have observed in tasting some gesha side by side. But I've never done this experiment of like, we're attempting to taste these blind and we're hoping that I know what I'm doing.
Okay, so time to pick your favorite.
Okay. Time to pick my favorite. Hold on. Wow.
Or you can have different favorites for different reasons.
Okay. I have a toss-up right now between these two. I think these two are my top two. This is very close, but I feel like I'm trying to pick a. Ooh, now that okay, actually wait, this one's really good too. They're all good.
What if they're all the same coffee?
I don't think they're all the same coffee. Like, the way the acidity is on my tongue for how long it is, it's a bit different. And they all smell slightly different. Or I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting. You know, we're getting second guessed here.
You're all seeing Brian under pressure. Immense pressure.
This is why I will never be a green buyer. You're a intimidating coffee professional, and I'm just a home enthusiast. I don't know what I'm doing. To me, it's a toss-up between these three, but I think this is a little better. But also, I would drink any of these. Like, I would drink any of these all day. I think these are all incredible coffees.
This is what I want to drink tomorrow morning.
Okay. So this is your favorite.
It's what I want to drink tomorrow morning.
Okay, all right. This is, I think this is mine. This coffee just tastes a little too fresh. I think this is like the 2-day, 3-day off roast one.
Yeah.
These ones I've all kind of opened up. So you like this one, I like this one.
Well, like you say, these three are very similar in characteristic. You can tell that, you know, they could be the same varietal.
Mm-hmm.
Floral and fruity, very clean, very sweet. This to me is more explosive in flavor.
Okay.
This has this kind of like the aftertaste. If you taste it again.
Okay. Like there's maybe like a little bit of like hollowness at the back, or like versus this.
It's
See,
like
now I'm second guessing
the
myself.
aftertaste is like a honey water but diluted. Clean, but it has.
That could also be because that one of. This is also maybe like aged more. This feels like that property at the end is like in maybe it's older coffee.
This has like all the fruits.
There's a lot of structure
It
in
has
this.
fresh fruits and dried fruits. Yeah, layered and.
Now I'm
well
like,
structured.
maybe I'll change my answer. No.
But actually, when I reordered them, I wasn't counting which was which, so I don't know either.
Oh, but do you? Okay.
I have my speculations, but I don't know.
I think these two are very close. I do think this has like a louder presentation of acidity, but maybe the way that this is presented is a little more in line with what I personally like.
Okay.
So it's very subjective.
So if I were to be, should I make myself vulnerable and try to guess what's what?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel so exposed. Okay, so I think this is. Well, do you want to go? Do you want to guess and then do I guess after you or?
Sure. So I was like, I think this is Santa Felisa, Guatemala.
Number 2.
Number 2. I think this is.
Say the number.
Well, I don't know what the number. Oh,
1, 2,
okay.
3, so they know.
Oh, okay. So I think number 1. Damn, number 1 might be Altieri or Kenyan Gesha. They both have like this. I feel like number 1 is Altieri. That's like my thought.
Man, I'm
Now
nervous.
I'm second guessing myself. Oh God, this is so hard. They're all really good. That's the problem. Is like they're all so good that there's not like a distinctive jump, I would say. Where's this Altieri? Oh God.
Okay, so
Okay, I think this is probably Altieri. This is probably Santa. 1 is probably Altieri. 2 is Santa Felisa. 3 I think is Kenyan Gesha. Or that could also be Altieri. I don't know. 1 or 3 is an Altieri or Kenyan Gesha. 4 I don't know what it is, but it doesn't taste like Gesha.
Okay, so I think this is the Guatemala that was roasted 2-3 days ago.
Okay.
The
Yellow Katuai.
No, Santa Felisa gesha washed.
Okay.
But it ages very nicely.
Okay, so
you
it's
get
too
more
fresh.
like bergamot, flowers. I think this one is the Kenyan gesha. I think this one is Altieri.
Oh.
And I think this is Honduras COE wash.
Okay, interesting.
And so the answer is written at the bottom.
Oh, at the bottom. Okay, all
I
right.
feel very vulnerable right now. Oh my gosh.
Or maybe you're just amazing at this. Honduras.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Okay, you know what you're
So
doing.
that's Honduras.
Honduras. Altieri. And then Kenya. And then this, by
Is
process
the-
of elimination,
yeah.
is... But this was like roasted 2 days ago. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, it's either so fresh or I cannot tell that it's a gesha because it's so fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I liked this one the most, and you like this one the most. But I was like a toss-up between these two because this was my favorite from the COE cupping that we did, and these two have this really interesting yellow fruit acidity. That's why I was like, this is really interesting. There's like a yellow fruit acidity. Makes sense why I like this coffee so much because it's like an explosion of yellow fruits, but I think this actually has more structure of acidity than this coffee. This
To me,
is
this has more complexity.
more complexity. Okay.
To me.
hmm
But I mean, like the roast dates are all different.
Yeah, but these two were my favorite, and I was like, I was tossing up between, but I got the region wrong. But you know, all is aligned when I end up picking a say roast, right? Oh God, there is alignment in my life and preferences and roast style.
So yeah, this I got like very clean, mandarin orange. Yeah,
Like the classic
Classic
Panama
washed.
gesha, but it's loud. That's
Yeah.
the interesting thing. Is like I feel like a lot of these Panama geshas, they're they score high and they're kind of a little harder to taste.
subtle.
Yeah, very subtle complexities. This coffee's got that loud citrus presentation, very clean. The Honduras though, lemongrass, clean. Kenyan gesha, tropicals. But okay, now that I'm tasting this side by side, right? Like this has this level of structure to it. Like the acidity is just so structured. It's
like
up there. Yeah, and then there's
you
like
keep
layers and
finding
layers.
more.
This here, you get that tropical fruit and then it goes into a bunch of florals, into that like, sweet honey and all of that. But this Honduras I actually think is more interesting. Now that I know what they are, but also this is like an experience, this Honduras here. Wow. But you can tell like they're all geshas. And then now that this is really, really cooled down, the Santa Felisa, let's give it a taste.
We'll cup this one again.
Yeah, we can
when
cup it
it's
again
aged.
later.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's before it was definitely fresh, but now I'm getting some of those like sweeter florals. It's clean. I think this just needed a lot longer of a brew time in a cupping bowl. Yeah, I think.
Opens up.
Yeah,
like,
this is really
on
opened
the
up.
sides of your
Wow. Okay. All right, probably need to. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So wow, this was fun.
So they were all geshas. Obviously, varying regions and all that, but yeah, wow, now that one really cooled down. Very impressive. Very sweet, very clean, very, very floral. I think like redder fruits or of sorts, whereas these three are all more like your citrus and yellow and tropical fruits. That's like your red fruit gesha. But they all now, like I couldn't tell at the beginning because it was really fresh, but now, yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, these were like 4 different coffees, different regions, and I think this is really just showing like gesha's. I mean, it's good. Gesha's good. No, but it's more of like if you have well processed, clean washed coffees, like even though they're from different regions, they're all kind of close nowadays. Like I would have felt like this would have accelerated. A lot of people like Panama, right? And it's like Panama's like here, but like this Honduras is incredible for like it being a region that I think people don't really think about gesha, right? Like I don't really think a lot of people think like Honduras. I think people are thinking like Pacas and other varietals. They're not really thinking like, oh, Honduras gesha, right? And this is really, really strong. Like I actually like now that I'm tasting it again, I'm like, yeah, this is probably like the strongest coffee out of these 4 for what I'm liking. Same thing with Kenya. Like Kenyan gesha, where does that come from? Pretty crazy that's happening. But they're all kind of different pictures of the same varietal. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
So again, to recap, 4 different geshas from 4 different countries. Honduras. Honduras gesha washed. Altieri, Panama gesha washed. And Kenya
Gesha wash.
gesha washed. And then Guatemala, Santa Felisa, no bag yet.
Yeah, but gesha wash.
Yeah, gesha wash. All
Yeah.
wash gesha
Yeah.
coffee.
I mean, they're all clean, floral, complex, and sweet. Just the way the acidity is presented is so different between each of them. And I think one thing that I'm starting to get a lot better at least when I'm cupping with you, is experiencing some of the layering, right? Usually I'm like more impressed by what is the initial hit of acidity that I get, but now I'm thinking a lot more of that, the deeper layers of how the acidity is transforming. And this Honduras is absolutely impressive to me. Wow, yeah. So
Wow, so the
so
Honduras
maybe this is my
gesha
favorite coffee.
beat
Yeah.
the Panama
I think-
gesha is the conclusion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. We'll see you later.
Bye. Oh, that was an unexpected turn of events.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
Now I will end this live stream. Okay. So we have to run. I have to run. I will be back in the bay for more content, and I hope that was fun. We will be back at some point to roast. I guess we'll do an Esmeralda stream then. Okay, guys. I have debated you all. I'm sorry. So yeah, I will. I'll be back at some point, and we can do Esmeralda. She's gonna release the Esmeralda in a few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So that coffee will be available for you all if you want to burn through money in your wallets. But yeah, man, the greens to this coffee. I'm gonna do something real. Gonna wrap up. We're cleaning up, and then we're going to. Well, I have a flight to catch, so that's a little. You know, I don't want to be late to that. I don't know what the deal is with.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. All
So
right.
how long?
I think it's only like 40 minutes.
40?
30,
because of
30
traffic.
Yeah, there's traffic. So either I wait and then I go there, or we'll figure it out. But I have to pack up now. So I'm going to be back at some point. I guess I can keep the stream running if anybody wants to talk about stuff while I clean up. But yeah, is this the African gesha or Panamanian gesha from Santa Felisa? I know they grow both.
This is African.
African. And that is available right now if you want to buy. It really was opening up as we were cupping it. And we can cup it again later or in a few weeks whenever I am back in town. This coffee was really good. Clean. Very like red fruity. But I'm probably going to probably end the stream in like a little now because I have to get to the airport and all of that. But Esmeralda, incredible coffee.
Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, this is an incredible coffee. I'm just holding, I don't even know how many dollars this is. I'm just gonna drop it right now.
And I will hold you hostage.
Oh my God. Yeah, that coffee, I mean, I've never smelled greens like that. Like that is the level of intensity you're smelling when you are you know, okay, yeah, you can get like level of intensity with some of the dank coffees, but like that is a natural, man. That's crazy how good it was smelling. I'm pretty impressed by that, actually. So really excited to taste that coffee when it will become roasted. And I think for you guys, I mean, I think if you guys are on the Discord, right, you guys are already in too deep. So if you want to pick up a bag of that and, you know, do some splits, I think that would be really fun for anybody who is looking to try a coffee of that caliber, because there just really isn't that much of that coffee available, like, in the world. So that's the really amazing thing with the Esmeraldas. Oh God, so many chat questions. How much difference do you think a barista's skill matters for cup quality? A lot. Coffee is very finicky. Coffee is like really dumb in the sense, like, I pour water on it in a different way and it tastes different. It's like, that is so cursed that is a thing that happens.
So are you still?
Oh God. We have actual simps in the chat. This is terrible. Simps in my chat, what's going on here? Guys, this is a family-friendly coffee YouTube channel, right? I think so. I think about chefs at nice restaurants using the same input, but their skill mattering a lot. Do you think the same is true for coffee? Yes, I think so. Goodbye to the Panama gesha.
Goodbye.
It'll be available later. That's actually a really good video to make, you know. What inspired you to start a coffee business? We can talk to her about that at a later date. That's like a really good video to make. Yeah, you know, I can't have simps on my Christian Minecraft server, all right? It's not allowed. But I need to get to the airport. So you guys can watch me pack and I will answer stuff because it's pretty easy for me to pack up the rest of this. There we go. There's the Panama gesha is gone. They actually do have really good music. The playlists, the barista's playlist, or whoever is doing the music, it's pretty good. Packing up all these beans. Oh. I am trading Jiyun for some of this stuff. These are the Hydrangea Esmeraldas. So I need to give her these coffees before I forget. And then what we'll have for other stuff, so So Kronos sent me a bunch of coffees that I have to taste on stream. Like Kronos sent me some absolutely meme coffees to taste, so we'll taste them on a stream later. But I have this that I need to taste. This was an incredible coffee. I already see some guys in the Discord who got this coffee. Incredible. More of the Kenyan gesha, which I guess I will get rid of this box because I need to figure out how this goes in my bag. And I have a bunch of Altieri. So if you're, we can talk more about this Altieri. I think this is a coffee that's like really interesting when you brew it. It's like the loudness of this coffee gets amplified when you brew it. And I'm gonna try to fit these in my suitcase.
Well, that was fun.
Yes, still,
Still live?
I'm still live. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now because I've got to pack up my other stuff. I do get stopped at airport
Oh,
security.
this is for me?
Yes, that is for you.
Wow.
Esmeralda, more Esmeralda. Okay, all right. See you guys later. Goodbye. I will